I'm Rich Munitz, and I've been playing backgammon for a very long time at this point. I kind of started when I was in when I was kind of a kid, but started really getting serious in college and started competing, I guess, maybe late 90s, seriously started to play my first tournaments and the like. But, kind of didn't really start to have results that were noticed until the mid to late 2000s.
Okay.
So I wound up essentially crawling out from under a rock one year. It was kind of funny. I sort of taught myself how to play, at a high level just from, doing analysis and reading books and things like that. And, apparently got pretty good at it. Just one year I was done renovating my house. I'm like, okay, I'll go play some tournaments, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I come and win the American Backgammon Tour.
What year was that?
That was in 2006.
2006, okay.
I won 3 tournaments that year.
Yeah.
Placed in a few others, and won the tour. And I'm like, wow, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I had a few more years of not quite as good success, but pretty darn good success.
Yeah.
And sort of discovered, okay, I'm one of the top players in the game somehow. However that happened.
Right.
And then one of the things I really loved was the backgammon community. Like I started to play tournaments because I had a passion for the game,
Yeah.
and the game is just so great, and it's fun, and it's kind of mentally stimulating, and it's just such a great proxy for how life decisions work, right? But as I started to attend these tournaments, I discovered that these are great people. Right? It's just people you want to be friends with, and like people from all walks of life, and
Absolutely.
they come together through this game.
Absolutely.
And it's just such a great community.
Yeah.
And so starting in about 2009, there started to be this sort of rumbling of, we really should organize beyond just, okay, there are tournaments, whatever. Like there should be a national, what turned into the USBGF Federation
Right.
at that time. And, I really found that was something I wanted to make happen.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't just about the game for me anymore. I found myself part of this wonderful community. I realized that there was so much this game had to offer to society,
Right.
and that it's such an ancient game. I mean, it's essentially in one form or another the oldest game known to man, and there's a reason for its longevity. It's because it's exciting, it's fun, it's social. There are so many good things about it, and so the idea of growing the game and helping things at the grassroots and help to grow this community was something just that I really believed in.
Yeah.
So I kind of set out at that point to sort of start giving back, right? I had accomplished a lot, and I just wanted to give back, so I sort of started my work then.
Yeah. It's the concept of sending the elevator back down for everyone else, right?
Right. Right, very much so.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's been very fulfilling, and a lot of the work I've been doing since then. I mean, I've sort of, I've been very busy in life, and I haven't had time to keep studying the game the way I sort of used to.
Right.
And but the time I have, I'm using on projects that I want to, you know, I feel that that will be my legacy in this game. It's not like, oh, Rich has won these tournaments, or, you know.
It's certainly part of it.
Yeah, but, you know, to me, what I'm going to leave for the community and for the world, I mean, things I'm proud of, you know, working to align the rules of backgammon worldwide, right? I mean, that was something we never thought would ever happen, right? I mean, every country, every, you know, director was doing their own thing.
Right.
The thought of the whole world getting on the same page was impossible, but we've achieved it, right? Building software that's now being used to run tournaments that will eventually, you know, be used for clubs, and, you know, make this accessible and easy for, like, you know, that's something I spent years developing, right? And it's now really fulfilling that it's being used. People love it.
It works great, and it's getting better all the time.
Yeah. And so, you know, this has sort of become my passion, is helping this community, which is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
And being a part of it, and, you know, it's rewarding because it's appreciated. And, you know, yeah, at some point I'll stop working and I'll maybe have time to study again and can get my level back up.
It's funny that you say that you'll level back up, because aren't you leading the ABT, the Backgammon Tour, this year?
Yeah, I am. You know, in a sense, it's like riding a bicycle. You know, you don't forget. But you know, the thing is, the game is accessible to people, because it's not to say the game is not all luck, right? I mean, there's a huge amount of skill in this game. But it's not like, you know, we don't have a Magnus Carlsen who's going to walk into every tournament and win every tournament, right? Anybody, it's always going to be somebody who's decent, right? You know, and the cream will tend to rise to the top, but it is accessible to people, right? Anybody can have that run, and you know, and so people who are like, oh, I'm not good enough, how can I play a tournament, whatever, you know what? Anybody can win.
Well, this
right?
is a great tournament here in Denver, actually. You know, they have a novice workshop.
That's
so
right.
if you've never played, you can learn. And they have four different levels, from novice to world-class player. Anybody can jump in.
That's right. And it, you know, that's a great point. You know, backgammon isn't just a, you know, like in poker, you know, there's just one massive field, like everybody's in there. In backgammon, there are different skill levels that you can compete at, and, you know, even if you're passionate about the game, you can show up and compete with other people of your level. It's not like you are being thrown to the wolves. I mean, there's an expectation you're going to have some level of experience.
Right.
But you know,
you'll never be underwater.
No, I mean, it's really good in that way. And, you know, just the ability to show up and partake in this community, see, even if you're not one of the best players, you know, in the country, in the world, whatever, you know, you can play at one of the lower levels but still get to watch other players. And one of the things that really attracted me when I started attending tournaments is how accessible the top players were to other people. Like, it wasn't this sort of culture of, you know, aloofness and, you know, I don't want to deal with you. Like, people are giving, and they are willing to talk, and they're, you know, passionate about it, and they're nice.
I mean, your first tournament, it's like going out to dinner with Michael Jordan. You could just go out with the best players in the world for lunch or dinner, or
absolutely,
you know, hang out and play Shootout with them.
Absolutely.
And, you know.
So, you know, backgammon players at the highest levels are very down to earth and very giving of their skills and knowledge, and, you know, it's just great. And it's a great way to learn. It's a great way to meet new people. And there's no better social game on this planet. There really isn't. You know, people can just, like we see this in New York. So I'm from New York, and there's been social backgammon springing up everywhere. And we see this, like, people show up because it's like, okay, here's something different I can do. right? Let's go out and meet some people, or whatever. And then all of a sudden, like, they're back the next time, and it's like, so the game is sort of this thing. Oh yeah, I'll learn how to play this game, and they realize how fun it is, and they just come back for the game. Like, oh sure, I'll keep meeting new people, but I love the game, and this is the way it should be, right?
Oh, I totally agree. Yeah. And to get back to, you were saying it's a great proxy for something about being a great proxy for life and life skills or life.
Yeah, backgammon.
How does backgammon relate to life?
Backgammon is, I think, the best approximation of what, and the best teacher of what real life is about and what real life decisions are about. You know, in real life, you're faced with difficult decisions all the time, and you don't have complete information, right? You don't know everything that there is to know to make your decision, and even if you know everything that you think is relevant, random things happen in life that are beyond your control, right? And and so you think about, like, a business, right? You want to have a business, and you got to make decisions in that business. Well, there are things you can't predict. You can't predict, oh, there's going to be tariffs next week. You can't predict, there's going to be a pandemic. And sometimes you can't predict what's the competition going to do, what is going to suddenly get hot, what's going to get cold. Right. And so you're faced all the time with these decisions you have to make in the face of uncertainty. And sometimes you make the best decision possible, and it just blows up in your face. Most of the time you make a good decision, things work out, but not always. Sometimes you make not the best decision, but magic happens and it just works out for you, right? And so understanding how these real life forces work, right, is critical for people, right? I mean, even relationships, whatever it is, right, you just don't know. And so backgammon teaches you how to deal with this. It's a great game because everything is there right out in the open for you to see. It's not like somebody's hiding their cards from you. It's like chess in that way. It's all what's on the board. But because the dice sort of govern future possibilities, all you can do is know what is possible, but not what will happen. And so you learn, and backgammon can be incredibly rewarding, and it can be incredibly brutal. And these training exercises, just playing backgammon and learning to deal with these swings that happen, and learning to accept losses that you could, you had no control over, and learning that, well, you know what, sometimes you take proper risks and things will work out. Right. And this trains you for the hard decisions you'll face in life. Yeah. And I think this should be taught to kids in schools, right? I mean, I think it's way better than chess at teaching you actual life experience. Yeah. So, yeah, so who could have predicted that? Who could have predicted kids will suddenly appear and start shouting at us, right? Right. But I'm okay. I don't get rattled because I play backgammon.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of anything else that we can cover at the moment. But I just love all the work you've been doing for us, Rich, for the whole world that's involved with the USBGF. We all benefit from your work.
Well, thank you.
Thanks for all the hard work you've done for us.
Yeah, and I don't plan to stop that anytime soon. So hopefully a lot more to come.
We're all so grateful.
Yeah.
Leave it at that for now.
Okay, great.
Thanks so much, Rich.
Sure.